All right, we're back. It is September 10th, Thursday. Market is now closed, and another interesting day today. Dow Jones down minus 406, S&P minus 62, NASDAQ minus 221, small caps minus 21, VIX is up 1.04, 29.85. Commodities, gold minus 420, oil minus 108, 36.97. So this is what happened. We go to the bigger chart here. I was going back and forth. I saw this 4-hour here, and we came up, we're curving up right here. We're decreasing on MACD. And, right here, like we're decreasing every point from there that day. Right here, here, and then here was the last day. That was yesterday. And then today was a fake out. It was a bull trap. I was wavering to the long side, but it didn't happen. That happens. I said it could go down more. I wanted to see the RSI go down more. And you can see it right here in the 4-hour, and there's a daily. So, the SPY was down 1.83%. You have the 50-day right below here, 33.31. So here's the move here. Then we tried to bounce to get through here. The moving averages didn't happen. We're forming a deep MACD. It's very deep. These candles. And L8 wave is almost turning negative now. Look at this, getting very close. It hasn't gone negative since, March, the peak of March. So even back here, what was this day? Back on June 30th, where you have that, it almost went negative. So we look like we might go negative here in L8 wave. We can see RSI. It's getting washed down pretty hard. I want this over 30 now. RSI over gets under 30, it's going to be a buy. So I think we go to the 50-day. Maybe this puts a tail in. We'll see on this. How far down are we going to go? There's the weekly. The weekly right here. Look at stochastics. We're turning over now. It's starting to bend. We're slightly starting to decrease with the crossover on RSI. I'm signal up the 4-hour. Choppy on that MACD, the 2-hour. Rolling here in the 1-hour. You can see here. So, that's where we are right now. So it definitely was a fake out. It was a bull trap. Right now we're down 405 Dow Jones. That's what it says right now. Let me see. Yeah, 405. All right. So, 50-day, that's your next level right here. 50-day, and then you have right here 323.55, a previous June peak. You have down here too, you have 326. But as far as the moving averages, it's only a 50-day here. Then you have 315, and like I said before, 300 to 315. We'll see how far of a deep correction this is. NASDAQ. The NASDAQ's really almost turning negative here too, L8 wave. Here's the MACD. This is the daily. You have the 50-day right here. And then you have that previous, let's see, 10.839. And then I would look for these candles here. 10.728. So there's a 50-day. We've been bounced off it a few times here. If we rip through this, really get a downside, we're going to go to 10.2. There's nothing here. There's a 100-day and the 150, 200. Do I think that's going to happen? It's possible now. Well, today showed that it was a bull trap. Definitely was a trap. We're getting very oversold stochastics, but this looks like it wants to dive deep, like really almost like the March move. Hasn't been this low since March, so something is up here. On the weekly, and the weekly of a cross down, 4-hour. You can see here, see it was decreasing from this peak handle, and then today was a fake out. It didn't get over this right here. These moving averages, it was moving up, didn't happen. So that happens on that. So the Dow Jones, the Dow Jones, we're going down here. Look at this. It is increasing that MACD. So we're not at full depth yet. Yeah, fulls like here. See this, then we start to decrease. So this has the 50-day right here too. And then maybe down to the 200-day weekly. And this is bending 4-hour. Another one. See, here's a fake out in the 4-hour right here. Like, oh, we're going to go back up right here. And then nope, they shut it down. So that's where we are right now. So it looks like more downside pressure to come. Right here, this is the other chart, cleaner chart. There's your 1320 EMA. We bounced here. That was a nice bounce. Got into this gap, and what really shut down today. Now, this previous move has to hold. That's simple for short term. Right here, 333 has to hold here. On this, then you have 323. We're getting very oversold. And look at this too. See how this all connects? See this stochastics? Here, the low, higher, higher, and a formed ascending triangle to your peak. Up here is like 100. This is when it's very overbought, crashed right through it. We're at 10 now. So, this could go as low as, 5, who knows? So that's where we are. At this point, what it's showing definitely was a bull trap. I think more downside ahead. Definitely today, stopped out positions like this. Like, oh, yeah, we're going back up. At these movie averages, no good right now. No good. All right, so that's for now. All right, so the gainers list, shrinking today. Y10, 54.9%, RENN, 39%, PME, 32%. Then you had 10% to 25%. You had a mix between like $2, $1, 8, 20, $5. It seemed to be more lower price stocks today than the other days. And let's take a look at STSA. This got crushed. Look at this move. 119 million. Satsuma Pharmaceuticals announced top-line results from Emerge Phase 3 trial for acute migraine. So, obviously bad news. You can see this. Look at this massive. This is like one candle here. This is pre-market. So, this dropped from 23 all the way to like 3. And look at this. This is a great bounce right here. 4. What is 4? 450. All the way to 6. All the way to 9. And then a nice little like mountain right here is your point, and then a nice short. So this is a great trade both ways. You didn't usually get that big of a bounce the first day, but that was really nice. All right, Y10, not much on the gainers list. It's pretty much flattened out at 346. Good volume today, 72 million. Once again, this was early pre-market here, and then as a fade. There's the 5-minute right up. See how the moves all the way up here. We just started trading for the day for market, and this gets shut down. Look at this. And that's, you keep it as simple as possible in trading, really. This trend lines, VWAP 1320 EMA maybe. That's all you need. Look at this. Just draw your line. Is this going to get over it? Let it confirm it gets over it. And it didn't. The 5-minute, people had 1-2 minutes gap. That's fine. Whatever you play. The overall picture was a short, though. REN. This is coming out of falling wedge. And it broke out today, 6.9 billion. Really smoked to the downside. That's not a bad move here. 130. Very clean to see on this chart. You can put 125, 130, all the way to 175. That's a pretty nice move for a penny stock. PME, Pentagon, Marine Enterprise, 1 million. Not great volume here. It's sketchy. See this? I don't like that. An OVN. Yeah, this is pure momentum if you catch this. You only have to draw the line. The line's right here, 42 cents in this penny stock. And it went all the way up, 58 cents. There it is. Right there. And it broke out. QH. Alongside AGEN. Here's a move right here over 420. And then see your first move, pure momentum here. If you want to jump in here, you got to keep your stops like each, in this 10 cents, 10 cents. Right here, 480, and look at this held at 470, all the way to 530. So it's a really good long. BRTU, no good. PRTK. Right out of the gate, nothing here. Pre-market, this got the 490. This broke the 570. What is this? Paratech Pharmaceuticals. Pretty much choppy junk. But it was a good long. RH higher price. Probably not many people play this, but it was a good long on Restoration Hardware. Tcon. This got right to 370 level, and you have your support right down here, 1320 EMA, and took off the 420. So it's a nice gainer. AI, KI breaking late today. KRA, 1.1 million. This is pretty much straight long. This is more of a, takeoff, airplane takeoff. I thought, look at this. See this? Pretty much smooth. The 13, nothing went down here. A few little red candles, but nothing to the downside. If you catch one, then it's a great long. This was 1450 to 1725. Codex. This is a classic move on a falling wedge. Huge breakout. Volume the next day, look at this. Right at 10. And then it didn't do much. Look at the volume. It's very low here compared to that. It's an inside day, it's called. If you see this, it's 100%, 99% inside day. Then we broke up. And tried to get over 13, not yet. So this might have more room to the upside. You can move 1025. Nice consolidation right here. Consolidation at 11. This is here, 1113, and we broke out 1250. Very nice long. CBD, PNEV, and NDM. What else here? CRBS. AGRX. This was a penny stock. Really broke up in January, came back down. Here in a 5-minute, 320 all the way up to 370 plus. It's good long. Look at this. Your 13 May. Once you're down here and you start separating, you can see the 13 over to 20. I mean, it's a matter of where you're getting out at that point. Free holdings, solid long. Blue apron. This is a falling wedge too. 782. This might not be a bad long here. Very oversold. Look at this. See this? And then we're breaking up. We have a big gap here. If this is any type of news, more news, I'm not even looking to the news, but look how that's playing out there. So QT, PRPL, Purple Innovations, 10 million in volume. Draw your line here. This is another falling wedge. Right here, that's a falling wedge. Broke out here, came out. This is, usually it'll come out, it might come back, then go up. This really took off. Very nice to the long side if you caught this. Smart traders play this, it's risk reward. They're gonna play down here You want it to confirm though. You don't want to keep going and put in your, your buy order, and then like that happened today. So you gain like $3-4. RMTI, it was a fader. Place, Children's Place, just broke out to the upside. OSTK, huge cross here. This is coming out from this big wash down. Gonna change this here. Right here, this is another, it's a downward wedge, you can call it right here. Where's my line here? This one, why ain't this working? Computer's stuck here. Why ain't this working? I'm trying to get, here it is, right here. So this is another falling wedge. See how wide it is? Then we get tighter, tighter. This was actually a cross. It's hard to see, but it's a bottom cross. Then we came out of it, and look at this. Very nice cross today, which is very nice. But it's actually indecision because they brought it down, brought it up, right in the middle. Touch these moving averages. And you can see here, this is, see if you're following stock, sometimes you take this 1, 2, 3 days. This is going all the way up here. Nice dip right here. Where to find support? Today's open. You're like 74 level, and then took off all the way to 86. So it's a good game. For me, I'm not going to use a lot of size in this. 74. 274. This could have been like 2,200. There's a cross. This is a typical little move right here, and then we broke up. So this is your move pre-market, and you're pulling back. And look where you pull back to. Today's open. You have 74, 73 line. With these higher price, I'm not going to put that many shares. So that's for me like maybe 1 to 300 took off overstock. And you use this because my chart's all messed up here. I know I'm all over here. It won't move here. Come on, move. It's stuck. There it is. What is that? There it is. It's all the way back now. So, there's your big volume today. You knew in this wash down, this was at like 128, went to 61, 60, 60s, 120. It's like half it lost. So, big move up here. Still oversold. This is at a 12. Anything under 20 is oversold. Under 20 is extreme oversold. So this is great potential to the long side on overstock. What was the other one? Lumber liquidators. Same thing. This is coming out of it, but today didn't do as well with the market and really struggled to the long side. So this still has potential here. Very oversold. It might chop here and go back up eventually. The VIX. Now the VIX looks like it's forming on this daily a broadening wedge. So see this here? Then you had a huge move up, then we sort of bounce down. Now this is still going down. Will this cross right here at this 50 level and come back up, or bounce and go back down? Tough to say here. The 4 hour broke its trend line right here. See this? Broke down. And right now it's still going down. 2 hour. 2 hours oversold. Looks like a buy down here. We might come back up here again. The 1 hour starting to cross up. So you draw your line right here, and we're breaking up now. So the VIX looks like there's more upside ahead here. This ain't done yet. The weekly, weekly's putting in doji candle. It's crossed up. It hasn't crossed up this much since March. UVXY. This is really weird. UVXY. Like, it really dropped hard, and then it held right here today. It looks like it's still crossing down the 4-hour. Very oversold. There's a 2-hour, 1 hour. It looks like it wants to hold 22 right now. The weekly, it's trying to cross up a little bit, but not much. So it's really kind of weird here how this did this. So if you bring this down now, is this going to be right here? Let's see. Is this going to be like a huge wedge just coming back up? We're just going to go through. It's still crossing down though. So, I mean, the VIX looks better than this. It's kind of weird. But I think there's still more downside. All right, some ETFs, nail. Nail's been like bouncing back and forth. Still very volatile right now because the market is very up and down. There's DIN starting to cross down. Put in a green candle. That's tremendous strength for this market. VFEN. This is the ultimate annoying stock. It's at a 6 now. You might want to take a dabble when it's at a 6. Let's see, 4 hour. 4 hours at a 4. Now, it hasn't been this low. You can see right here, it did a double bottom. See this? Here, and you do this, it's a reverse. It's a U. I mean, a reverse U. Use this way, and you go like this. So it touched 10 and a bounce from that. Now, let's at 1086. Where's this going to go now? We're going to go lower. It appears with the market still going lower. This might be a triple bottom. This might reach 10 again. We might go right back to here and bounce up strong. That'll be the best case. If you can get this at 10, look what it did before. This went 10 to 14. Now the weekly on this, draw a line here. I can't get over this line, so and I can't get over to 13 yet. So this has really been a struggle. This follows Boeing. Boeing's deep diving. Boeing has crossed 1, 2, 3 the trend line. It's going down to the 158.10. Very oversold though. We could get a bounce. Weekly, 4 hour. There's the 4 hour right here. So this might come out of it pretty soon, but not yet exactly on Boeing. So take a look at some other stocks. Okay, TR. This held up well with the market. This is very oversold too. See right down here? And it's trying to come up here. So this says potential long. If it held today, that's a good sign. JMIA didn't really do much. This didn't go down much. That's a good sign too. You have a massive trend line here. As low as 7. I would like to see it 7 at most. What else we have here? NK. Now keep watching this. Look at this. This is straight down. It's at a 654. It wants to explode up. It's just a matter of time. Let's keep that on watch. OPK holding 3 barely. DVAX. This is super tight right here. Just trying to come up a little bit. Look at this. It's just like going along. Like a little bit of a snake here. See this back and forth, and then it's going to explode up. It says any kind of news. This will get a 6, 7. This will put in a huge gainer, but nothing right now. All right, so on the reverse side, you have your SDL. This is high as it's been. This hasn't been this high since You know, there's March. It got close in June, July, but you know, market is very, very volatile at this point. 4 hours. Trying to get over that. SPXS. Yeah, this just broke this channel. It's a long-term channel. It's an 86. It's extremely overbought now. So this downside, I don't think it has much more to go. I think a little bit more. Like I want that RSI, like you keep saying, we want it under. I want the RSI under 30. I'm looking at the SPY right now. And it's at 4507. Looking at stock charts. A little bit more. One more push down, maybe a tail or something. You know, stochastic's already under 10. But hasn't been this oversold actually since, you know, June, July. It was hovering just above 50 or just below 52 a few points, but then yeah, this looks like a bigger move down. SQQQ move up, and that's pretty strong. How about 13 MA? This is, you know, the reverse for the NASDAQ. You're bearish. That's a strong candle today. So SQQ, DZA. Yeah, this is trying to come up. FAS. This is trying to come up here too. SOX. It's a nice little move. LABD. Trying there. What's it? TECS. Don't really look at this that much, but that's trying to come up. That technology bears. ERY. Remember I talked about this? This doesn't really like break 60 much. If you draw this line all the way back to January 17, 18, it did go above in 17 a little bit. You know, stayed above for a few months. Reverse split, January 2019. Look at this though, peak. It is actually going up here. So this broke 60. That's pretty impressive here. I think when the algos head back here, it was going to go to 60 now, right? Sometimes in trading, patience is a virtue. You have like 1 month here, you hold this, 45 to 60, that's a $17 gain. It's 7,500 if you put in maybe like 20 G's. So right there, August, September. You know, sometimes the algos are right. And oil was at 37, so oil did come down. So, you know, people thought oil was going to pick up, demand, you know, flying was going to pick up, but I think it's been slower than they thought. All this, you know, keeping people shut down, locked down was really screwed everything up. And this is going up here on the weekly. Well, the weekly, I didn't have to look at the weekly in this. It's very impressive up here. Stochastic straight up. The 4 hour remaining elevated. Yeah, who knows where this could go? Well, it keeps going down. The market goes down a little bit more, maybe 65. Yeah, I don't want to touch up here. If this ran 42, I wouldn't like to swing this up here, but you can day trade it. And there's a look at that all day. Nice move. You see something called this 5850. $275. $4. That's $1,500. That's solid. I was just calculating if I traded that. You know, so there we have it right now. So, you know, penny stocks have just been crushed right now. They're not doing that. I think with the market being down like this too has something to do with it. And then, you know, you're getting different type of moves again, you know, different price of stocks, different kind of moves. But, you know, the moves are now individual stocks, like, you know, like each day. And the ETFs, OSTK. You know, if you catch these and you know, these are very oversold right here, see this, and it's bouncing. So, Yeah, it's good to the long side. And SQQQ, like to the downside, these ETFs, the bearish ETFs are working. They rarely work. If you look back here on the daily, right here, you know, the NASDAQ, like everything else, get crushed. This wasn't as bad as the SPY and the Dow Jones. And then it came all the way down. Yeah, it hasn't done that. There's a few little candles here, but this is the biggest move in volume since March. So these don't get, you know, in play for a while. You probably shorten them to the long side. It's very rare. And, you know, today this came on again. This was a nice move. So you had 2350 with us hold, bounce, hold, and really took off. Here's your trend line. 2350, you know, so almost a $3 gain. You didn't even need a lot of size in this. Say 2350. It's looking like 900 shares, 2350. Yeah, this is probably like over $2,000 right there. He catches here, here, you know, nice dip. And this is a classic chart. This doesn't matter if it's SQQQ. You know, right here moved up, and then dip, up, and you get a 10-minute. You can see how this, sometimes these will go through these little moving averages, but don't let that scare you out. And then it came out, bounced up forward again. That's why you got to use the higher time frames. And there you can see them in the daily. All right, so yeah, the market very volatile. And the VIXs remain elevated. We had a bull trap today. So bull trap today. We're going in the weekend tomorrow. What are we going to do tomorrow? We're going to sell off. I'd love to see a sell off, like, you know, 500 to 1,000. You can see right here on stock charts. Look at this mountaintop. We did that back in March, or not March, well, March. Back here. Here was even higher in June. Then we came back. Not a lot. See, this only came back to this 50 down to 200. We had a crossover as a golden cross. The 50 goes over to 200. Then there's a huge mountaintop here. So this ran pretty much from June, July, August. And now we're getting a pullback. We're getting correction. You know, you have trend lines going all the way back that are stopping this too. Profit taking. You know, September, October, election, November is going to be very volatile. You know, right here is the 50-day. Like I said, if this don't hold, you have this previous high, and then you have 309, which is 200-day, you know, 300. So we'd love to see a sell-off tomorrow. Yeah, this will put this right near, I don't know, maybe this will get near 30 tomorrow, even 30 something maybe. So we have a little more downside. I want that complete wash. And at this point, it's going to bounce here. Yeah, I hate to see that because then it's, you want a full wash out here. Here's the weekly. See, we went from here to here. Draw your line. And we're crossing down. We're going to cross over to the bear side now. This almost touched 70. We're going down. So on the weekly, you have the 13 EMA. You have the 50-day 306. So I really love this to get a 300 to 309. We'll just say 310 would be great. And this is a jag. You see, this is the peak here, then another huge peak. Then we came down, bounced. We bounced a little bit Friday, and wash Monday or wash tomorrow. So, you know, that's what we're looking at right now. It's definitely a bull trap today, and you know, I don't like how this is playing. I still say we need more of a downside move. You know, we haven't had anything like this since this. That was a little move. This looks a little bit bigger now. This cross right here. See this? It's below 50 now. All right. All right, so that's it. So once again, you had to pick and choose your stocks, individual stocks. Look for individual setups or bearish ETFs at this point. UBXY, SDAL, SPXU, SPXS, SQQQ, TCA, FAS, SOX. What was SCO today? This is ultra short crude. This made a nice move too right here. So that's it until the market changes, until we get that flush out, I think, till we really get oversold. Let's hope it gets there. Let's not let it go just almost there, you know what I mean? Let's let it get under 30. Then we know, you know, we're pretty much going to get a bounce. The stochastics is already getting crushed, so, you know, let's see. Tomorrow's going to be an interesting day. Will we flush down, or maybe we bounce hard early, and then we just flush down late, and then we just wash out. Big tail or something. We'll see. All right, so that's it. Please subscribe and like to the channel. We will be back for more. That's it. Peace.